Before solving this question, let's take a look at what it's actually asking. We're told that a, b, and c are constants, where a is less than b, which is less than c. And for all numbers x, this equation holds. And we're asked what is the value of a. So that means we're going to have to use this information that we're given to conclude what the value of a is. Here are options. So if we take a look at the given equation, we're actually factored completely on the right-hand side, and we're not yet on the left-hand side. So that's a good starting place for us. Let's go ahead and take the left-hand side of this equation and start to factor. Once we have a factored version of the left-hand side, we can go ahead and compare it to the right-hand side, see if we can determine a, b, and c. Factoring the left-hand side, we're starting with x cubed minus 4x, and we always want to take a look at common factors first when we're factoring. So both these terms have a common factor of x, so we can factor that out first, and we're left with x squared minus 4. This x squared minus 4 can be factored even further using a couple different methods. It is a quadratic expression that we can factor. Looking at the factors of negative 4 that add up to 0, which would be the middle term, that's negative 2 and positive 2. This also represents a difference of squares, so either way, whichever way you recognize to be able to factor that. So we actually factor into x minus 2 times x plus 2. And this is equal to our original right-hand side of our equation. So we have x times x minus 2 times x plus 2 equals some version of x minus a times x minus b times x minus c. Now, just because they're in this order does not mean that a is 0, b is 2, and c is negative 2. It just means that we have the factors, and we don't necessarily know whether they're lined up correctly or not. But we do know that the potential values, if we rewrite these factors to match what's on the right-hand side, we can rewrite this first factor as x minus 0. We have an x minus 2. And we can rewrite this as a minus negative 2. Now, the reason we're doing that is because all of these factors have minus signs. So since we have a plus, we kind of have to undo that simplification of that double negative. And this is tagging down all of these. So if we take a look at the potential values for a, b, and c, a, b, and c could be either 0, 2, or negative 2. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that a is 0, b is 2, and c is negative 2. It just means these are the potential values. Now, we are given this information, the order of a, b, and c, and that should actually allow us to figure out which is which. Let's scroll down just a little bit to give us a little bit more information, or more space. We're told that a is less than b, which is less than c, so we can order these numbers and figure out which variable is which number. The smallest of these would be negative 2, then we would have 0, and next in line would be positive 2. So these must line up. That means that a must be negative 2. That also means that b must be 0 and c must be positive 2, but remember, we're only asked what's the value of a. So negative 2 is the answer that we're looking for. That's actually answer choice B.